never had many friends, yeah. I was by myself, y'all nigga like, yeah. Niggas always saying I don't want you to be shit. I've been trying to get it, writing verses on the weekend. Rapping to these instrumentals, you know I'm tweaking. Ice on my neck, water, yeah, it be leaking.
Hey guys, it's your boy Unguardable 2K back at it again with another banger ass video. And so before we get into this video and before I start talking about all my tips and tricks about how to get better at 2K19 and become a GOAT at NBA 2K20 and NBA 2K19, please hit the sub button. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. 1K would mean a lot to me. And like, to be honest, I don't see any other YouTubers giving these tips because it's in their fortune for you guys to be bad at the game. They want you guys to be bad at the game, so they don't really care. They don't want to give you guys tips and tricks on how to get better, but I could care less. I like competition. So let's get into this video. I'm going to give you guys tips and tricks. Alright, tell you guys how to get better at the game, tell you guys what little things you can do that will get your IQ up on the game. Alright, let's get into tip number 1. Alright, so in tip number 1, this is all about, one second here boys, this is all about what builds to make. Now when I mean what build to make, I mean like, so if you're a sharp, let's say you're a play sharp, right? And you're a guard, you've been playing guard for a little bit, but you're not the best guard or whatever. Consider making a center, because when you make a glass cleaner off the beginning of 2K20, it helps you get better because you can play with better players, because better players don't care what win percentage you have, blah blah blah. If you're a glass cleaner, they'll play with you, because glass cleaner is everybody likes the glass cleaner. Also, like, I don't know, like, consider making that center, because that center could be like, it could help you a lot and you could become a really good center. This also ties in with tip number 2, good lineups to run. Now in tip number 2, with good lineups to run, you need to run cheesy lineups to get better. Now this sounds really bad, but like, cheesy lineups will help you guys a lot. Like, I'm not talking about a post score in a lockdown. I'm talking, even though it's very toxic, I'm talking about maybe a stretch and a glass cleaner. That's what I'm talking about. A stretch, glass cleaner, you know, like I feel like that's like good enough to get you guys started. Or maybe run a sharpshooter glass cleaner, or maybe run a lot of threes with a sharpshooter play sharp and a glass cleaner. Like I don't know, run cheesy lineups so that you can like win a little bit more, get your confidence up, and that will really help you guys. Now for tip number 3, this is also sounds very bad, but everybody does it and it's in the game for a reason. Well, it's not specific, but find the cheese in the game. Now what I mean by this is, like, you need to find what's cheesy in the game. So like, say like this year it was L2 cheesing. Now L2 cheesing is extremely toxic, alright? But just L2 cheese. Just L2 cheese and maybe other cheese, maybe like D-pad glitching on the inbound. Get really good at that. Like, everybody's gonna use the cheese in the game, so you should use it as well. It's not gonna be fair and you're gonna just lose more games. And this goes into my 4th tip. Don't run from comp. Now, whenever I'm in the park, I get ran from. That's why I've been playing a lot of stage recently. When I'm in the park, I always get ran from. I don't get to play games. Now, this isn't for my benefit or anyone else's. This is to get you better. Plain and simple, running from competition will not get you better. Now, I get it. You probably don't put in as much hours as these guys. You probably don't play the game and you're scared to play them, or whatever it is. But trust me, it will not help you if you're trying to get better. If you're trying to get better at the game and just be a good player, you don't run from competition. Because think about it. In basketball, if you're playing against people that are the same skill as you, yeah, you might get a little bit better, but you're not going to get like a lot better. But if you're playing against really competitive players that are better than you, and you have to work on your defense, and you have to lock them up, and you have to work on your offense to score against them because they're really good defenders, it makes you get better. It turns you into a better basketball player. I know it's like a really nerdy comparison that I'm comparing it to 2K, but it's just facts. If you guys play competition, play good players, you will get better at the game. And that's one of the biggest tips. If you play good players, you will get better at this game. It just happens. You'll get 10 times better. Like I can't explain it. Yeah, it's just really honestly, like it's just not. I mean, you guys are gonna lose a lot in the beginning, but then you're gonna start winning games, get confidence under your belt. But trust me, it will all be worth it when in 2K20 you're a GOAT. Alright. Let's get into tip number 5. And in tip number 5, we have use your D-pad. Now, what I mean by use your D-pad is a lot of the time if you're a guard on threes, you might throw the wrong pass if you're just pressing X. Now, use your D-pad and always use it to pass. Now, why I say this is because you always need to use your D-pad to pass, because like it just helps you pass to the right person and not mess up and help you win games. Because think about it, if you're passing to the wrong person constantly, then you might throw a few turnovers, you might throw a few scaries, and that could cost you the game. So if you're D-padding and throwing it to the right person every time, I know it gets hard. Like in the beginning of me trying to D-pad back in 2K17, I really couldn't, like, it was hard. But now it's all the way in 2K19, and easily I just pull it out automatically, and it's been like that since 18. I just pull out the D-pad automatically. And once you get the habit of doing it, you will eventually just do it automatically with no thoughts. And it helps you a lot for you Pro-Am/3 guards, like threes guards. Like, it will help you guys a lot. Now, let's get into our 6th tip. Our 6th tip is you need to find yourself a duo/trio in the park. Now, the duo/trio, this tips and tricks is mainly for park players, but it can go for Pro-Am players too. But for 2s and 3s and stuff, you need to find yourself a duo/trio. Now, the reason you need to do this is because I've had a duo myself. As you can see on the screen, his name's Justin. That's been my duo since 2K17. We started 2K17 as trash cans. We ended 2K17 average players. We went into 2K18 as average players. We went out at 2K18 playing like comp players, being able to drop off a lot of other people, blah blah blah. We went into 2K19 as comp players. We're ending 2K19 as stage tryhards, just sitting in the stage winning VC. And now that's a very big jump in only 2 2Ks or 3 2Ks. It's a huge jump. And now, if you guys just want to be decent at the game, it only takes 1 2K to do it in reality. Like I literally entered 17 just playing my career, and then started playing park with him. And honestly, it does a crazy amount of how much, if you find yourself a duo and only play with that person and build up the chemistry, it does a crazy amount to how much better you get. Because if you guys are on the same page all the time and everything's okay all the time, then it's no running with randoms. And I get it, running with randoms is hard and finding yourself a duo, but maybe find yourself a duo from school, and maybe he's a little bit worse than you are, but hey, you guys will get better together. And yeah, you just need to find yourself a duo/trio. Our trio would be J Killer Fresh, but we don't run a lot of 3s unless we're playing stage. We run a lot of 2s. That's our 3s trio for stage. and he's been our threes trio since 2K18. You just gotta find people that you really connect with. Now, it doesn't have to be RLs. They could be people you don't even know. Now, I'm not gonna say where we all live, but Justin lives all the way across the United States from me, and Jake Carroll lives right in the middle of us. So we all live very far from each other, right? We live very, very, very far from each other. But the thing is, we still connect on that level to where we have IQ and chemistry together. Like, we're just playing a video game at the end of the day. So let's get into tip number 7 and our final tip. With tip number 7, guys, is IQ. Now, if you're a basketball player in real life, your IQ is already up, but there's a difference between basketball IQ and 2K IQ. Now, with 2K IQ, you have to be able to, be able to deal with the cheese in the game, deal with all the other stuff like that. Basketball IQ, you can run a 2-3, blah blah blah, know all that stuff. But a 2-3 isn't gonna stop everything, you know what I mean? And it's not gonna beat every lineup in the game. It's not gonna beat 2 stretches or a really good play sharp. It's not gonna beat that. Now, what I mean by 2K IQ is you guys just need to know stuff about 2K. So just play the game a lot, and this also ties in, I think it was tip number 5. Just play the game a lot, and also play against good players, and try to play with good players. Like, if you guys pop in, this is why I also say hit the sub button. I add back all my subs. If you guys pop into my stream in the beginning of my streams and have notifications on, then you guys will hear me be like, hey, I need someone to run with. And I don't care if you're an amateur 1 center. I usually ask for a center only, no guards. But even if you're an amateur 1, it doesn't matter to me. I'll still run with you. So running with the better players then you also brings up your IQ, because they teach you stuff, and then you can teach your friends that stuff, and then you can teach your duo or your trio that stuff, and you guys can do a lot better. So that concludes all my tips. I know this is a very long video. If you got all the way to the end, comment if these were helpful tips. Also hit the like button, hit that sub button. I am so close to 1K, and it would mean a lot if you guys could hit the sub button. As recording this, I am at 915 subscribers, which is it's crazy to me, and I'm very, very thankful for that. But I also really want to do this 1K Q&A. So when I'm doing the 1K Q&A, I need you guys to leave questions that you'd want for me to do on my Q&A in the comment section, please. So yeah, hit that like button, hit that sub button, also comment, and peace out, y'all have a blessed day and have an amazing day, and peace.